on tap, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New England Patriots. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
They're on the 15-yard line.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Drive begins with a carry by Davis Price. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3. Another touch for Davis Price.
And he's able to get up here to the 26.
4 yards to pick up, first down. The Patriots had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
The tight end Henry here in motion. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
Well, they've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Touchdown! Ty Davis Price, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
And they can talk all they want about putting the loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now Tannehill looks to change things up. 2nd down, and again it's Davis Price. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. You talk about this Miami defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. Got him there. It's Tyquan Thornton. Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 27. On the counter, Davis Price. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Davis Price is into the end zone. Touchdown, New England. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now the rookie third-round pick, it's Devon Achane. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Into space at the 45. Now he's free at the 35. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 55 yards. Here's Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Sanders on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction? Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw is Tannehill. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw taken in by Fulton. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a 2nd and 2. Davis Price gets this one out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Bourne going to go in motion left. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back and forth first half that we've seen. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Tua going to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Tua sets up to pass it. Eluding the pressure right. Well, and that is incomplete.
They're not going to go quietly into this halftime. They're going to go for a vote. So they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So on fourth down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Tannehill's throw here taken in by Parker. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Tannehill. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one up to the 26. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. Oh, some strong running. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he's up in it after a gain of 4, up to the 25-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Play action. Here's Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Second down and 8. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Nobody had more speed on offense last season than Miami, and Waddle might be the fastest player on that unit. Led the NFL with over 18 yards per catch and was in the top 10 in yards despite playing with an all-pro in Tyreek Hill.
Tua now on first down. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. one of the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Open man is born. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Henry here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Tannehill throwing again. He's going to take another shot here. It's caught at the 10. A big play there for New England. 45 yards. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips, and then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
They'll run with Davis Price. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Again, it's Davis Price. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Ty Davis Price. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Patriots are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has them an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, extra point away from tying things up. That's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the 3rd quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the 3rd quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Tua signaling to change things up. On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. games here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. In motion, Hill. Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That is caught, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Keon White brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see. Yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen. And it sets up a 3rd down. From midfield, here's Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punt down. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Tannehill. Flush to his right. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
From here on, any score could be the winning one, and he is certainly aware of that. Look at the way he locked in on that marker and made a mad scramble to get to it for the first down.
Davis-Price up the middle. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 142 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better really as the night's gone on. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks running with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a gain, hard to argue against calling it.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun and then a handoff to Davis-Price. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry. I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. Throwing Tannehill. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The way in. Touchdown, New England. Kendrick Bourne, 34 yards. And the Patriots have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Hill shedding the tackle, and he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Tua. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job with knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Here's Tua. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. 2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Throwing Tua. That'll be caught by Hill. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Tagovailoa. Tyreek Hill's got another one. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Now Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
The quick slant caught. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
So much of that offense is what we call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for the Pats, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first two home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah. Run it back.